Hi, this is Jesse, and in this video I'll be continuing the demonstration of our Event Nexus API project. And you can see this is our shared repository on GitHub. If I click on .gitignore, we can see our sensitive information, the .env file, and the node modules. They are not committed to GitHub, so we are following the best security practices. And next thing, we navigate to the documentation on Swagger, where we can test our endpoints with this nice interactive UI. You can see that our API is hosted on Render and it's not on localhost. So we shall be looking at some collections we added this week. So we added the users collection and then the registrations collection. So we shall go ahead and test out these endpoints, but we can see that the get and the get all users and the get by ID, um, they can be accessed without logging in, but for the post, put and delete, they are protected. So we need to authenticate ourselves before we log in. Let's get into it. So I click try it out and we're able to get all users from the database. We can see these are the users we have in the database. And let's say now, for example, we try to create a new user and we are not logged in or we are not authenticated. We shall try to execute this and see. So we get a status code of 401 telling us that we are unauthorized and we need to log in. So status code tells us that we are unauthorized to access that route, and we need to get ourselves logged in before we can create a new user. So we shall go ahead and try to log in, and then we shall try to access that um, route again and see if it works. So we are redirected to this login with GitHub, and we log in. So since we are already saved in as logged in user, so we just have to log in just like that. Give it a little bit of time to load. So now we are logged in, so we just go back to our documentation on Swagger and let us try now to create a new user. So try to create a new user. We shall use this information for Jenzaka and click execute, and get a status code of 201. Notice that we are returning the correct status codes uh, for the specific request. So the user is created and is created successfully. So let us go to our MongoDB here to show that the changes are being made to the database. And it's fetching the documents, just a little bit of time to load. And in no time, we should have Jenzaka in our database. So we just refresh that, and when we scroll down, we see Jenzaka here. So it was created successfully, and we shall go ahead and grab our object ID. We are going to use it to get that specific user by the object ID, requesting the object ID, and we are able to get that specific user. So the next thing we are going to do, and it tells us that the user was found and the status code 200 indicating was successful. So we are going to update this specific user using his object, the object ID Jenzaka maybe can now update the name to Mary, something like that. So we say Mary Zaka and click execute, and so let's go to 00 user updated, meaning was updated successfully, and let's see if the change reflects to our database. So we refresh that real quick here, and just like that we have Mary Zaka, so it works well. And next thing, maybe we can do some data validation here to see if it works. So let's say we try to update this user's name, and we don't have the first name, and we try to maybe update. So they tell us that unable to update the user first name is required. So you notice that they return the correct status code with a very nice helpful message to tell the user what to do, and Also, maybe if we try to, let's say, get a user by the user ID and don't have the correct user ID, maybe you have something that's not correct like that, we click execute. So it tells us, gives us a status code of 400 and tells us it's an invalid user ID. So that goes on to show that everything works well. So we shall go ahead and delete this user from the database. Just grab the ID and go to our delete endpoint and just paste it in there, and then we're able to delete that user. So user deleted successfully, status code of 200. And yeah, so the next thing I'll do is I'll show you the tests. These are the tests I've run prior. So all the tests pass. We can see that we have tests for both the get and the get all route. So they're being handled very well, and the tests pass. So that is it. It works well, and maybe just if we go to our Trello board here, what we're able to do for week 6, we have Jest and Supertest. We did the video presentation individually. I was also able to verify the Swagger with the API docs, and the other thing that I did was I made the registration collection, everything, the models, the routes, the controllers, and everything, just to make sure it was working. So that is it, and thanks for watching.